Hi guys, and welcome back to another video. Today is an exciting day as it's new car day. Yes, I have bought another vehicle. I haven't seen it and we're gonna go pick it up, so you'll get to see it for the first time just like I am. A bit of a random one. I actually bought this car about 4 months ago at auction in Japan. So I haven't seen it. I've only seen pictures and descriptions. First time I've done this, so a little bit nervous to see what it's come out like. Yeah, so now it's finally arrived in Southampton docks and I need to go pick it up. But first things first, let's go get the trailer from Ryan's, who helps us out a lot, and we'll head down to the docks. That's it, we're loaded up, we're heading on our way to the docks. Yeah, bit of a random one. Like I said, I've owned imported cars. Obviously the Chevelle is an imported car, but I never actually imported it. So this car I've actually imported myself, and not from America, but from Japan. I'm not going to reveal just yet what it is, so you can kind of have a surprise as I see it as well, what we've actually bought, but it's probably not what you're expecting. And then once we've picked it up, I'll go through the buying process of how I've bought it and how I've ended up with it. But yeah, we're loaded up, we're heading down there, report back once we are at the docks and we can see the car. We're here, I can see it, it looks good, just got to turn around, get ready to load her up, and I'll show you what she looks like. There she is. Ba, 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 ba. That's right. A Lupo GTI, not very Japanese, is it? It actually looks pretty mint. Not a 6-speed, which I thought it was. Oh, I think maybe it's got the wrong gear knob. Yeah, it's definitely a 6-speed there. What a beauty. Get her loaded up though and get some more beauty shots when we get back. Let's see if she'll start or need a jump after all this time. Ooh. Straight into life. Good girl. In a cool nerdy Volkswagen way, was next to an R36 Passat. So yeah, right at home. Let's get loaded on the trailer. yeah, this trailer's a little bit overkill for the old girl. It's more than man enough. I mean, it takes the Chevelle normally. Go all strapped down, ready for us to take her home. Annoyingly, I've noticed one bit of damage. I think it's picked up on the boat. Nothing ever comes simply, does it? But yeah, we'll sort that out. But yeah, I'm not going to get too many shots here. Let's hit the road in the trusty transporter of love and Ryan, Westwood Furniture Company's epic trailer, and head home with it. There we go, we've made it back from Southampton. Car in one piece, which is where she's going to live over the Christmas holidays, so I'm not going to have time to do anything with it. But yeah, look at her. Beauty. So yeah, so far, very, very pleased with it. It's really clean. You know, I wasn't quite sure what to expect. It's classed as a 3.5. I'll go through the buying process actually. You'll understand this a bit more. So, how did I end up buying a Lupo GTI blind auction from Japan? Well, as with all good automotive purchases, this happened from a conversation with some friends on a road trip. We got into conversation of cars, and one of them had imported a couple of vehicles from Japan himself before. This led to a conversation. We started looking, you know, 'cause we were in the car for like 8 hours, started looking at what sort of deals could be had from Japan, and I stumbled across the idea of a Lupo GTI. It's a car I've always been interested in. I think they're cool and quirky, and yeah, from looking at what theirs was selling for and stuff, I thought I could get a good deal for my money compared to what I could get in the UK. So then following from this trip, this idea was just festering in my brain. I couldn't get rid of it. So I did some research in the process of how to do it. To buy at auction, you have to be a registered dealer, or in Japan, basically a registered company. So yeah, did a bit of research, and I went with the same company my friend used before, called ZervTech, which I'll put a link down below. And you can just register on their website to start with and just kind of look through the auction sheets and see what stuff sells for and keep an eye on what comes up for sale. So I did that for a bit, and then got really serious and was like, right, I'm actually going to buy one now. So with that company, I then had to pay a deposit, and from there I could then bid at auction through them on various cars that come up. So I kept trawling, and my main criteria was I wanted a silver one, I wanted it to be under 100,000 miles, and in an ideal world I wanted the original wheels on it. Beyond that, I was kind of quite easy on what I wanted, and I was looking to get a grade 3.5/4, which basically comes on the auction sheet. They give like an assessment of the vehicle and then rate it 1 to 5, and then like there's I think 6 is a brand new car, 5 is very new, 4 is very good, 3.5 somewhere and tear, and all the way down to like 1, and then R is like a damaged one. But yeah, so those are my criteria. Found a few, and yeah, tried my luck with bids, didn't succeed, but each time I was bidding, you could get I got free inspections for my initial sort of deposit. So basically what you do, I mean, the cars only come up a couple of days before they're due to go to auction, a week at most. So there's not much time to decide on what you want. And then if you get an inspection done, they only do it a couple of hours before the auction. So with the time difference between here and Japan, sometimes I would get pictures through at 2 in the morning and had to decide if I was going to bid on the car or not. Because you normally only get a auction sheet as seen here. Which gives you some information, but the pictures are limited and you don't get to see everything. Whereas the inspections, you get a load more photos, you get some videos of it running, and a bit of a better idea of what you're purchasing, rather than just a couple of pictures and some information of what they've picked up when they've looked at it. So unfortunately I missed out on all of those, got all bid out on the ones that I was looking at, and then I was actually away on holiday with my family, and this one that I've purchased came up. Contacted the guy, my signal was pretty ropey, there wasn't enough time to get it inspected, but we both kind of agreed it looked decent and it was worth a punt. So yeah, bought it blind off of the pictures of the sheet here, which wasn't much to go by, and surprisingly I won it for a lot less than what I originally was willing to spend, so that was a bonus. As you can see from the inspection sheet then, so they rated it as a class 4, not 3.5 as I was saying, yeah, 4. So yeah, really good. It was better than most of the others that I've been trying to bid on, to be fair. And it had done 124,000 kilometers, so under the 100,000 miles that I wanted. And it was silver, and mega bonus, original wheels, because they're impossible to get hold of now. So yeah, it all seemed like a winner, which is why I went all in, a bit blind on it really. The only other remarks on it, I can't remember what they were now, they did translate them for me. Something about the headliner, but can't see what's wrong with that. And just a couple of little stone chips and stuff. From there, it then took a couple of days for it to get processed. Once I'd actually sent the rest of the money through for the car to ZervTech, they then get it transported straight to the docks. And then once it finally reached the docks, I then got sent through more photos of what I'd actually purchased, which looked pretty good. And as you can see from these pictures here, this is what I could see of the car. So I actually won it at the end of August, but for some reason shipping was super busy in Japan at the time, so it didn't actually then make it onto a boat until the end of October. So it sat at the docks for a month, which was painful. All I wanted to do was see my new purchase. And then when it finally got onto the boat, I got the details for the boat and I tracked its whole journey here. It took about 6 weeks and got here at the end of December. The auction house that I actually won the Lupo from was in the Tokyo area. So it went to Tokyo docks. It then got on the boat and the first stop was Nagoya, which is still in Japan. It went in there and then it came back out. Its first stop was then Shanghai, where it seemed to stop for a couple of days. It then moved on down to Singapore. And then from there, looked like a clear run straight to Southampton. And the estimated time came down. I thought, great, it was saying December 10th. It was going to go through the Suez Canal, and then it got halfway across towards Africa, and it decided to dip down and go around the bottom of Africa. Don't know why, but that's what it did.
So it carried along its way there, all the way around, as you can see from the screenshots, all the way up around Africa, and then it went into Southampton. What date was that? December 13th. It went into Southampton. I thought, great, it's here. I'm going to get it like ASAP. And then weirdly, it came back out of Southampton without unloading anything and went across to Brussels. Bruges, sorry, not Brussels, to Bruges. Unloaded whatever it needed to there, and then came back to Southampton. Yeah, so weirdly, it was nearly there, and then it wasn't, and then I think it ended up in Southampton by the 15th December, and then that was it. I could finally go and pick it up, and the rest is history, as you can see. Yeah, so I tracked all of this tracked all of the boat using two different apps. One was called Marine Traffic, and the other one was called Vessel Finder. And weirdly, it became a bit of an obsession every day, checking to see where the boat was. Some days when it's right out at sea and stuff, you'd get no update for ages, and then all of a sudden it'd make a big jump when it was near land to update its position. But yeah, strange obsession, but was part of the experience and was quite enjoyable. So yeah, ZervTech organised all the actual shipping. That was sort of part of their fee and their process for doing that. The only things I then had to organise was someone in the UK docks to receive it and organise the paperwork. And then I had to pay customs and import before I could go and collect it. And once I'd paid that, I'd get the paperwork, and then I headed down to the docks, as you see, to go and pick it up. And that was it. And then from there, we've got to register it. But for now, let's pop back and carry on with the video. So yeah, really pleased with it. It's really clean, to be fair. As from the buying report, it was classed as a 3.5. But honestly, I don't know what would make it even cleaner, to be honest. A couple of stone chips it's got maybe, but you know, and it's been played around with a little bit, like the lights have been tinted and the roof's been painted black. And it's on KW coilovers. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what would make it a 4 or 5. So yeah, original wheels. It's got some drilled discs on it. The interior, like I said, painted black roof. Wiper delete, standard twin exit centre exhaust. Yeah, and then inside it's had these panels changed. Steering wheel in Alcantara, very nice. It's had a double din but gone, so again, find a standard one. Some random Japanese clip-on mirror, I guess had like a reversing camera in it or something. GTI belts. But yeah, really clean inside. The headlining's all good. Yeah, someone has fitted a new gear knob, a 5-speed knob, but it does in fact have 6 gears. Well done. And then under let's have a look under the bonnet. It's all pretty clean, tidy under there as well. Yeah, all very clean under here. So there's not even any corrosion on the gearbox. It's clearly been a very dry area car. Yeah, super pleased. We'll have a bit more of a look underneath at some point, but that'll be on a later date. Let's take it for its first little test drive up the lane, private road of course, and make sure we've not bought an absolute lemon. Goes into gear. First is good. We've got a second. We're up to temperature. It's been running at idle for a bit. Our little racer. Brakes still work even though they're rusty. Yeah, she feels good. Nice and tight. Coilovers give it a bit more of a sporty feel. I think we've got a winner. Test drive went well, so yeah, I think we've done all right so far. Obviously we might find some nasties along the way, but we'll see. But But yeah, I think we're going to call that video there for now. Hope you liked. If you did, give us a like and give us a subscribe. And yeah, there'd be more to come with this, like the registration process and whatnot. Yeah, so we'll catch you in the next video.